14C, question 9, was asking to prove identities. Now, if we're looking at question C here, just remember you've got all these handy trig identities. You've got to keep them in mind all of the time. Now, if I'm looking, normally we start with the left-hand side when we're trying to prove left-hand side equals right-hand side for a proof. But when we look at this, it's actually more complicated on the right-hand side. It's a really good tactic to start with the more complicated side and see if you can simplify it to the other side. Be very careful. There is both thetas and a phi there. So be very careful how you're drawing them. I'm going to try and be very careful as well. Okay, so let's start with our right-hand side. Nothing wrong with writing that. Tan theta plus cot of phi. Now, get used to writing them. I know they look a bit dodgy. Divided by cot theta plus tan of phi. Now, at this point, let's do a little bit of expanding. So, our tan theta, I might even make that one a green one, tan theta. What is tan theta? Well, that's sine theta on cos theta plus cot. Cot is the other way around, so that means it's cos Now that whole thing's divided by, I'm going to change this colour here, just so you can keep up with what's going on. That was a cot. So cot on the bottom, of course, is cos and this one I'll just do as black at the moment. So that was a tan. So that one is sine. Now at this point, it probably looks a bit like a mess, let's face it. You've got lots of things going on. But just remember to take your numerator, think about your numerator and your denominator. I'm just going to move them a little bit so we can see what's going on. Okay, put them over the same denominator. So we're going to have two different fractions going on. Okay, so I'm just going to get a bit. Okay, so this is sine and cos. So this is going to end up being sine squared theta. Is that your first instinct? Yeah, it might be. But remember, we haven't got two thetas. Rub that one out. You've actually got a sine theta times a sine phi plus a cos phi times a cos theta, and then on the bottom you had a cos theta. I was going to do that. Sine phi. Okay, so that's the bottom. That's the top line gone. Let's have a look at what's going down underneath. Underneath we've got a sine and a cos again. So we're going to have a sine theta, at the top is a cos theta. Then over here we've got a sine and we multiplied this side by cos looks a little bit interesting, doesn't it? What have we got here? We've got some cos, sine. Now, the next thing to remember is, what do we do next? What do you think you want to do? I'm seeing some things not quite going to cross out. So let's go for it. It's going to be fun, I think. Equals. Now you've got sine theta over cos theta. You've got a cos theta. You've got a sine. Just writing these out takes enough time, doesn't it? Okay, and on the bottom was a sine. Oh, and then we multiply it by, remember we've got to flip these. So we're going to have a sine theta and a cos phi on top. And then underneath we're going to have cos theta plus sine theta cos phi plus sine phi. Now we get excited because let's have a look. Look at this one. And look at this one. I think they're the same. Let's check. Sine theta, sine phi. Okay, that's the same. That's the same. Excellent, which means we can cross them out. Cancel them out. Excellent. And what have we got left with after that? If we got left with a sine theta, cos phi, and whoops, should have done them in the colours. Sorry, I keep it to the colours, guys. Sine theta cos phi cos theta sine phi. Now, looking a bit familiar here, I can think of this as, look at this one here first. Sine theta over cos theta. Pretty sure that is a tan theta. So that one is tan theta. And then you're multiplying that one by this one here. Well, that's the opposite way around. So that one there is going to be a cot phi. Got to be really, really careful though, okay, because we need to make sure that we're actually talking about the same angles. These ones are 2 thetas, so I can use those. Those ones are 2 phis, so I can use those. So all up, that equals tan theta over, now cot phi is actually 1 over tan phi. And I'm pretty sure that's where our beginning was. What were we trying to prove? We were trying to prove that tan theta over tan phi. So we've got our, get excited now, so that equals our left hand side as required. So even though they can look a little bit nasty, just keep working through it and thinking about what you're doing.